actually hurts to put my arms at my side. What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. Actually, the biggest mistake that I ever made in my bodybuilding journey, basically. I'm just going to try to explain it. If you saw the thumbnail, you probably have a little bit of an idea where this is going, but I just wanted to expand on it a little bit and maybe give out some advice. But my personal story is basically when I was 16 years old, I got super into the whole bodybuilding thing. I had been working out a couple of years before that, but never working out to put on muscle. I didn't put on that much size or anything like that. But then when I was 16, I got obsessed with it and decided to literally do everything I possibly could to get more muscle mass. And what that looked like in my mind was I thought that in order to get big, you've got to eat big. And when you eat big, you need to eat everything. So that means all processed foods, Dairy Queen Blizzard, cheeseburger, McChicken, everything, literally every possible food you can think of. I thought that eating it would help me gain lean muscle mass. And boy, was I wrong. Summer when I was 16 years old, 5'9", I hit 210 pounds. This is the picture right here. Me, 5'9", 210 pounds. Right now, I am 6'1" and weigh around 193. That's such a big difference. That is absolutely crazy. So basically, what happened with me, I was eating absolutely everything I saw. Once again, thinking that it was going to add to my muscle mass. I was probably eating upwards of 300 grams of protein every single day and not eating clean food at all. I didn't care. Whatever it was, I shoved it in my mouth. So the proper term for this sort of diet is a dirty bulk, and it's become pretty common in the industry just because a lot of people preach that in order to put on muscle mass, you need to be in a large caloric surplus, which just means eating more calories than your body burns every single day. And this is just something that I have found not to be true. Throughout this entire dirty bulk that I did, I had put on somewhere between 35 and 40 pounds, most of it being fat. I would probably throw 4 pounds of muscle in there for a 4-month bulk, which is just really not that much. And what ended up happening is one day, my parents had actually been warning me for quite a while. They were like, Brandon, you're getting a little bit big. Are you sure you want to keep eating as much as you're eating? And I'm like, no, trust me, Mom. Trust me, Dad. I have got this. It's all muscle. I know I'm getting bigger, but I mean, I'm jacked. Look at me. That's honestly what I thought when I looked like this. And then one day I just went and I set down my arms just at my side like a normal human being, and I noticed, there's like pain in my armpits. And I thought, well, that's weird. I wonder what's causing that. And then all of a sudden, this light bulb went off inside my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have gotten so fat, I have gotten so ridiculously big that it actually hurts to put my arms comfortably at my side, because I just had so much fat in my chest region, armpit, lat, tricep, arm, everything. It was ridiculous. Look at me. Those are marshmallow arms, dude. I realized that I had made an absolutely huge mistake, and what I did was I crash dieted. I cut all of my calories. I dropped them to somewhere around 2,000, maybe even lower than that. I was doing around an hour of cardio every single day to burn off as much fat as I possibly could, and it was miserable, but it did get the job done. Within about 2 to 3 months, I had lost a lot of the weight that I had put on, and I honestly didn't see any sort of increase in muscle. In fact, I probably lost a lot of the muscle during my crash diet just because I was cutting calories so freaking much. So what I've been doing lately is I just try to get people to ask me questions on my Instagram, and I try to hit them back with advice, and the best advice that I can possibly give to them. And a lot of people always hit me up and they say, what's the best way to bulk up fast? What's the best way to put on size? And then I ask them, well, how much size are you putting on currently? And they tell me something like, oh, I'm putting on 1 pound a week. And I go, 1 pound a week? You are on a dirty bulk. What you are doing is you are putting on so much more fat than you are lean muscle tissue. If you have the best genetics in the game, your nutrition and your training is dialed in, you're gonna be putting around 1 pound of muscle on every single month. And so if you're putting on 4 pounds every single month and only 1 pound of that at the most is lean muscle mass, the other 3 pounds are fat. And that's so much fat for 1 pound of muscle. It's just ridiculous. Not even to mention that the fatter you get, the less conditioned you look. You lose all of your muscle definition, which actually makes you look smaller even though you're physically getting bigger. So you're actually doing exactly the opposite of what you want to do, which is stay lean as you possibly can and try to put on size from there. My biggest recommendation is try to shoot for a weight goal. If you're bulking, I seriously recommend saying, okay, I'm not gonna put any more weight on than 2 pounds this month, because then I will mitigate the amount of fat that I'm putting on and maximize the amount of lean muscle tissue. That would be my personal recommendation, and that is what I do to this day, even though sometimes I get a little bit carried away with it. So I just wanted to tell you guys that quick story. Make sure if you guys want to do any sort of diet, do not crash diet and do not dirty bulk. Stick to the moderate examples of both, which in the bulking case would be do a lean bulk, and in terms of a cut, do a very, very slow gradual cut, because you're going to be putting your muscle at risk. You're gonna feel like crap. It's just not worth it at all. So stick to the more moderate versions of these diets to help you achieve your goals, and don't try to put on weight or lose weight too fast. I hope that this video helped some of you guys out, especially if you are planning on going on a dirty bulk. Once again, do not do it. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know what other videos you guys would be interested in having me do. Drop them in the comments. I've got quite a bit of free time because of this whole coronavirus situation. And as always, feel free to hit me up on Instagram if you have any further questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.